Crafting is one of the big features that a huge amount of the community is actually waiting for to be finally added to the game. This CitizenCon CIG mentioned that we will get a tech preview version of it, a very rudimentary version of it at the end of this year. So I wanted to go through the discussion points in CitizenCon and what they spoke about in regards to crafting and what we can expect. And we're going to delve into some of the little details that they mentioned in there. All right. So before we get into the video, just make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content such as this. Let's get straight into this video.
Always be an enormous sandbox. Star Citizen, at its heart, will always be an enormous sandbox experience, where you can set out to tackle the universe in whatever ways you want. But that doesn't mean we can't shape parts of the universe here and there to better suit our needs. That goes for both you and us. Let's start this part of the show with a look at how crafting is going to change everything from resource gathering, refining, and even combat when it comes online in the next few months.
First version of crafting is going to be quite small in scale. We're going to use it as a kind of a concentrated effort to allow the players to experience the initial UI, the flow of gathering materials of different quality, and using those to craft items which are better than what they have currently in the game.
The first version is going to be primarily FPS items that you can craft, weapons and armor. For Star Citizen, crafting is our primary progression mechanic. Star Citizen isn't your standard MMO. We don't have levels. We have ships, we have gear, we have things that you create in the world, you perfect, you research, you improve. And those items, those ships, those vehicles, the armor and weapons, that's how you progress in Star Citizen.
That is really cool. So huge opponent to this is I'm excited. I'm excited for this. They've given us a reason to want to craft. So if you want better tier items, they're all going to be craftable items, starting with the FPS items and armor and weapons. So it's no longer going to be, oh, you need to go to this area or do this event or go to Raquello to get the best. You can actually probably, hopefully, get better gear than Raquello, depending on the quality that you actually find out there, right? So I really like that. And it seems like they're going to be attaching blueprints that you will collect as a player based on the kind of missions you do. So now they're giving us a reason to go out and grind missions, try different missions for different manufacturers, whether it's hauling, whether it's maybe mining related, whether it's bounty hunting related, right? So I hope they attach like certain things, maybe hopefully these things, these blueprints that we collect is actually related to whatever type missions you're doing. So let's say, for example, you want something combat related, a combat military armor that you want to craft and make a better version of it. You probably have to get it from doing missions that's related to bounty hunting or some FPS related stuff. So stuff like that, and then they can expand this once they add different things like ship components and stuff like that. If you do more like, let's say, ship combat, maybe they'll give you some military grade power plants blueprints that will allow you to actually make better power plants for your ship. So I really like that. This is a great move for CIG to get people to even go back to the old missions that they used to do, because I've right now in the current state of the PU, I struggle going back to doing the same bounty missions, the same missions that we've always done, and I felt like I had no reason to do it. So now we're at a point where CIG is giving us reasons to go out and do those missions, go out and grind, go out and do even the old ones from back in the day. Go out and do those because you're in the pursuit of getting these blueprints to allow you to get better gear, to craft better items and things of that nature. So I'm really excited for that. So let's continue.
Crafting isn't just a progression mechanic for creating new items, it's also a fundamental change to how we handle resources in the game. The materials that you collect, how you refine them, quality matters.
Quality matters is awesome. I
Crafting the
love
weapons,
that.
you'll be able
So quality matters. So how are they going to distribute quality? Like how, let's say you're in an asteroid field, right? Let's go back a few seconds.
Resources
Right.
in the game, the material.
Like you're in an asteroid field. How do you determine? I guess there will be a marker, maybe something on the screen that will allow you to see the quality level when you scan it, a rock. How would they do that? Right? How do they, how do you determine which asteroid is better quality of which? You know, how are they going to distribute that? These are things that, when you think of it, this is actually a huge implementation, even though they're only giving us um, FPS gear, weapons that you can craft, as well as the armors, because they're going around now distributing around all the resources that you can go and mine and put in and labeling quality depending on where you find it, right? So that's actually a huge undertaking. This is probably why they're taking so long with this crafting mechanic stuff. So this is truly exciting. I'm really excited. Finally, we're getting some progression into the game. This will be great. Especially if you have like an alt account and you start everything from scratch, and not with your main account where you have tons of ships. Get an alt account, man, with like nothing, with like a small ship, and progress with this stuff. I can't wait to do this stuff when they implement crafting. It's going to be so fun because now you're going to be going out grinding missions, getting blueprints, and then doing a process where you're finding you're finding the materials, you're refining it, and then you're making armors that are better than what you could actually find up there. That's going to be awesome. Let's continue.
Materials that you collect, how you refine them, quality matters.
crafting the weapons, you'll be able to have some quality materials to influence the item stats on those weapons.
It'll be somewhat random, potentially weighted on the location of the material. Some will have a higher chance of higher quality. And once you
Okay,
take
so
those
depending on the
materials-
location, that is so cool. So depending on location, so this is exploration right here too. So you need to go, we'll have to go out, explore, figure out where are the best, where you can find the best quality copper, the best quality gold, the best quality leather. Oh, that's going to be so good. So now you're going out, you're doing some exploration. I hope they give us scanning tools to figure those out, right? Like this touches exploration, which we actually don't really have in the game. You know, can we go out, scan items, and figure out where the really good stuff is? You know, can we do that with this implementation? I hope we can, because now it's valuable. And can we save the coordinates of those locations? So that would be awesome. Hopefully, we'll see what they do.
to your crafting bench, the fabricator, you can use them to craft.
So this is
and
for those that don't know, this is the non-lethal weapon, I think, for bounty hunting. I think that's what that is, because we don't have that in the PU yet.
different attributes will be increased based on the quality of the materials you use. It's not just
Nice.
iron ore anymore, it's iron ore of the quality that you know will get you the stats for the item that you did.
That is so cool. So depending on the quality, you can determine the stats that you add to whatever item it is. This is so good, so exciting.
Desire. And it's not just mining, it's essentially every resource we can get our hands on.
Every resource, so every item, so even Valacar too, all of that, all have quality levels. Interesting. So how do you determine a quality Valacar too? That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be
To
interesting.
support this, we also need major changes to inventory so that all of these new resources that you're collecting, see what you have.
Huge, big piece here, guys. The inventory, we were being expecting this. Man, they teased this a few months back. And they mentioned that it was They weren't even working on it initially yet. It's something that they want to do in the future. And now look, they already have a concept that's probably going to be releasing with this crafting tech preview. So that's exciting. I really like the way it looks. So personal items. I'm not sure what these tabs are here for. Select all. You have your capacity. I think there was a search functionality. Yes, there's a search functionality. That is huge. Huge, 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 huge. Because like it's really annoying scrolling through to find certain items. I really like this. Really, really like this. Your mag slots, grenades, med pens. Very nice. And the same thing on the other side, depending on what you're interacting with. So maybe I'm not sure if it's going to be vicinity or if it's a box that you're interacting with. I hope it's a vicinity. So if you have a loot box next to you, you should be able to see the content within it. If you have a storage container right next to you, you should be able to see the content within it. Like I would love to see vicinity looting as well. I mean, they do have implementation of it right now. Actually, if you're in the PU right now and you have an item on the floor, you crouch down and you go into your inventory item, you can actually drag it from the floor and put it on you or put it in your bag or something like that. So they really do have vicinity involved here. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting.
You can order it better. You can understand what you have in your inventory.
We won't have the new refining crafting system yet. We'll be using the existing ones. Those will pass the quality through into the refined materials, which you can then take to your crafting machine and start making your personal items. Once you have your blueprint and your quality materials that you've refined, then you can put them together on the item fabricator. This will be pretty much what we showed in last year's CitizenCon, with the UI letting you assign your quality resources to different aspects of the item. Once you're happy with what you see on the preview, you'll be able to click to craft and it'll get queued up and your result will...
So you'll have to distribute your quality resources to different aspects of the item. So if you want to make it's from the sounds of it, if you want to make a change to, let's say, how hot a weapon can get or how cool it can remain, you would have to maybe assign certain quality items or resources to a certain component of that item. That's what I'm getting from this, right? But I could be wrong. Cargo grids, jobs to claim, history. Interesting.
Be produced sometime later.
Interesting.
You'll be able to get the new crafting machine from shops in most landing zones. You'll be able to bring it up on your freight elevator and use it in your personal hangar, or tractor beam it around and stick it on a ship if you want to use it from there.
Huge, huge, huge. The fact that they added, allowing us to put this on ships is so huge, man. You're out there, you can essentially play like a nomad. Crafting, finding items, finding resources, refining and crafting it on your ship is so awesome. So good. You're not relegated to always have to come back to your hangar. You could literally have whatever you need to do all on the ship that you have. So ships that have that extra cargo space, allowing you to put things, is going to be so awesome.
There'll be a small amount of blueprints you get credited to your account just to test and mess around, but the vast majority of them will be earned through missions, and then you can use that blueprint to craft the item that it is that you've got the blueprint for. So it should be a good reason to go and test all the different various missions in the game.
I like
the
that.
advantage
I really
of
like
crafting
that.
your own items is that they'll be better than anything that you could buy from shops. You'll be able to increase and improve item stats that are relevant to your gameplay.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
your gun will
insane.
shoot faster, maybe it'll do some more damage, or your armor will have greater resistances against environmental effects or incoming fire. You might be wondering, what about the upgrade and research? That will be coming in a subsequent release.
Upgrade and
with this
research.
initial
Interesting. Research. So are they going to give us actual devices we can put in our base or our hangar or our ship that allows you to research maybe advancements in a blueprint. Let's say like to progress your blueprints. Let's say you get a blueprint and you can do research on a blueprint to give it better stats or to give it, you know, improvement on whatever item that is. I'm interested. So it seems like there will be tier 2 blueprints. That's what I'm getting from this. And that's really good. That's really, really good.
Scope for crafting.
It's going to be so valuable for us as devs to kind of get the metrics in, get the feedback in, because then we can make the changes that, you know, they only become obvious, so to speak, when you have kind of mass amounts of data and mass amounts of users using it. So I'm very excited to get it out in the wild.
It's our intention to get crafting out on tech preview by the end of the year and get the testing we need so we can release it when it's ready.
Exciting. So tech preview at the end of the year. Exciting. I hope they leave it. They release it at the end of the year and they leave it throughout the winter break. If they do, it'll give us plenty of time to go in and test it. They'll have tons of data. I think that's what they'll do. Hopefully it's not one of those 15-day tech previews. Hopefully we get it for like a month or something like that through the winter break. And it will give us plenty of time to actually go in, do the missions, get the blueprints, see who is giving what blueprints, see who is where you can get the best blueprints, you know, things like that. So it's truly exciting. One of the big features that huge amount of the community is looking forward to is crafting. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Also give me a follow on Twitch if you'd like to catch me on the live streams. We'll catch you guys on the next one.